Hi guys, I'm Katy from Modern Movement, and this is going to be a short 15-minute flow to calm and steady and stabilize you. There is a beautiful saying in Buddhist philosophy, 1 moon, 10,000 moons. And the understanding of this teaching is that as the moon shines down onto the reflective surface of a pool of water, a pond or a lake, if that lake is nice and calm and steady and stable, then what is reflected is the truth, the 1 moon. If that lake is moving and rippled and uneven, then the truth of what is being reflected isn't accurate. There are 10,000 moons. So today we're going to really calm and steady and stabilize so we can see things as they are. When you're ready, let's start at the top of the mat, standing. So we'll find a little bit of length through the lower belly. The shoulders will roll back and the palms will open either side. Let your eyes soften. And when your eyes close, feel your way to bring your hand onto your heart and one hand onto your belly. With your eyes softening, all the muscles around your eyes starting to relax, let your jaw hang a little softer in your mouth. And hands resting on your body, so there really is this sense of you arriving, of you connecting with you. A sense that this is a little bit more than just standing. There is a presence in the soles of your feet as they kiss the earth. There is a length as you do the inner work to extend the spine out of your pelvis. And then from the inside out, start to feel your breath, your breathing as it expands and contracts. And feel it travel through the nose and just paint the back of your throat, really nourishing the bowl of the pelvis. And just over the next 2 breaths, this presence in your stance, but the breath really swelling and swirling in the lower belly, feeling your lower hand expand more than your top hand. You might even open your mouth and really settle your way in. Now, as if your lungs were not limited as if your breath was not limited just to your lungs, we're going to inhale, the arms go out wide and up, like you're breathing the whole of you at once. As you exhale, buckle your knees and fold so you hinge from your waist, bow. Find a halfway lift so the hands slide up your shins, the crown of the head gets long, and as you exhale, fold in again, this time a little deeper. Now, hands either resting on the floor, maybe you hold opposite elbows. Just let your head release, keeping your knees bent. There's no need to go too deep, too quickly. Let the breath nourish the length in the spine. You're having a new relationship with gravity here, really tuning into your own wisdom. The more you let go, the more you soften. When you're ready, release your hands, find the ground, step your right leg all the way back into a lunge. Your hands will come underneath your shoulders. We're going to find a little pulse. So it's going to be an energetic pulse, very subtle. As you inhale, we'll lift the hips up and round the nose into the knee. And as you exhale, extend your left knee away from your right heel and get your spine longer. So it's very subtle. You'll feel the energy on the inside. Inhale, gather up, coil in. Exhale, maybe close the eyes, extend in 2 directions. We'll go once more. Inhale, coil in. It's very subtle, but you can feel this pranic pulse. Exhale, extend out. Super simple. Lower your back knee to the ground and open the arms up long by your ears. Now the eyes will just steady on one point. Feel this gift of your concentration really anchoring your attention. So focus illuminates your immensity. And keeping your lower body steady and stable, you might widen your left foot out a little if you need. Reach your arms back behind you, very slow, very kind, very gentle interlace. Open the chest, don't go too deep, too quickly. Eyes stay steady. Locate that deep exhale in the belly. And you got it. Nice and slow. Release your hands, frame your front foot. Right fingertips come down, lift your back leg, open your left arm to the sky, easy twist. Now lean back and feel this full presence from foot to finger to finger. The breath expands right up through the arm channels. You'll lean the heart back a little more. Go one more full breath. And then take your time to thread your left hand under your right armpit, Skandasana. So move to the back of your mat. Your right knee bends and your left leg stays straight. Now, have your head in line with your hips and really sink your hips to the earth. You'll feel the inside seam of your left leg open. Now, please just focus your eyes on one grain on the floor and locate your breathing so you're doing the inner work. It's very calm, it's very steady, it's very stable. One more round of breath. Slowly float your way to the top of the mat. That's it. Hands are going to frame your front foot. Step back to downward facing dog and just pause. Try not to wriggle or move or pedal your feet. Just arrive in this first down dog with your eyes focused on one point and your hips lifting up and away from your wrists. Your hips lifting up and away from your heels. Without moving or fidgeting, notice any imbalance after working one side of the body. And just see if you can arrive in the space at the end of your breath out. See that one moon appear on the surface of the pond right after you've breathed out, just before you've breathed in. Then we take the stillness of that with us. Inhale, ripple through plank pose. There's a part of you that's moving with it, there's a part of you that's still. Exhale, knees to the ground. Shift your way all the way onto the floor. Lie down on your belly. Baby cobra, anchor your feet and lift your heart. Exhale, forehead to the earth. Take your time to slide back through child's pose. Knees go wide, head rests on the ground. Let your shoulders just snuggle away from your ears. And with your eyes closed, feel the backs of your eyes open. And let everything between your inner ears start to soften. Feel yourself step through a simplicity gateway where all you need to be concerned about is the sound, the texture, the flavor of your breath. Just for now, without asking how. Breathe. That's it. When you're ready, hands come down. Slide your way forwards, downward dog. Take that steadiness with you. Then we're going to inhale, lift both heels. Really conscious of each footprint. Bend your knees and walk your way to the top of the mat. There is no rush. There is nowhere to get, nowhere to be other than each footprint, each moment. Halfway lift as you're ready. Exhale, release, let your head fold. Take a moment to stay in your Uttanasana, and seeing if you can trust enough to let go of any complexities. Feet press, toes lift, unroll, unfurl so slowly up to the sky, up to the stars. Arms sweep out wide and up. Hands land back at your heart, Samastitihi, prayer position. One more time, just at the top. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Breathe. And see if you can direct the texture, the temperature, the flavor of your breath into your belly. It's a very calming and stabilizing activation for your parasympathetic, your rest and digest nervous system. This belly breath. When you're ready, inhale, floats you out wide and up. That creates your space. And as you exhale, your knees bend and you fold and you dissolve into that space. Halfway lift. As you're ready, take your time. Exhale to bow. Find the ground. Step your left leg all the way back. Find your lunge. Hands under your shoulders, nice and active through your legs. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, coil in, lift the back heel high, curl the nose to the toes, and take your time to exhale, extend the heel away from the knee and expand in two directions. Twice more, breathing in, breathing out. One more, really feel the tenderness of meeting this subtle movement, this really authentic movement. Exhale. As you're ready, back knee to the ground, untuck the back toes, widen your feet if you need, arms go all the way up, and just settle the hips to the ground as you lift your lower belly up. You might lick your lips and swallow, so even as your gaze goes out, there's this introspective experience. And take your time to float your hands behind you, put the other thumb on top and interlace. That's it. Slide your knuckles down, lift your heart. See if there can be a real tenderness to the way you show up for yourself. Calm and steady and stable. One more breath. No need to overdo it. Let this be maybe the time where you pull in rather than expand out. As you're ready, hands release. Frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes. We'll find a twist. Right arm goes up to the sky. Feel that presence in your leg, this opening through the chest, like your arms are just widening and embracing this present moment. One more full breath. Thread your right arm underneath your left armpit. Skandasana to the left back corner of your mat. And lower your butt in line with your head and just breathe the inside seam of your right leg open. One more full breath in, and maybe you find yourself a little closer to the ground. Slide your way, skim across the earth, hands find the ground, step back, downward facing dog. That's it. Bend your knees so there's more space for your upper shoulders, your chest. Your hips will lift up. There's more room in your wrists. Pause. Find your eyes to focus on one point so you're not distracted or pulled in two directions, but very much anchored, centered in this moment. As you're ready, inhale, lift the heels, roll through plank pose. Exhale, knees to the earth, chaturanga, lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra, upward dog if it's in your practice. Downward facing dog, exhale. Lower your knees to the ground, take them wide, find child's pose, last time. Rest the head on the ground. And just take a moment to let the water settle. Let the water settle and you'll see the moon and the stars mirrored in your own being. Feel this power and this purpose of arriving back in presence. Bringing you closer to the core of things, bringing you closer to what really matters. And seeing things as they are. When you're ready, very slowly unravel, come all the way up to sit on your heels. I'm going to slide the hips to one side, take the legs forwards. And then open your feet into a wide butterfly. So your heels are quite far away from your groin and your knees are in a diamond shape. Hold on to your legs. Let your elbows soften and close your eyes. Now, nice and slow, we're going to keep the eyes closed. So there's this introspective, this felt sense experience. Very slowly lean over to the right, so you're more on your right sit bone. Then roll forwards to the front, so you're more on your front sit bone. Then roll to the left, so you're more on your left sit bone. Roll to the back, the right, the front, the side. Now as you do that, let the whole river of your spine become a little bit more involved. So you might feel that your head or your neck go around in one way, and there's this gentle washing, this rolling, this rotating of your body as you spiral in circles. Let this really be an opportunity where you get out of your own way, where you let yourself go just to this simple motion of your pelvis moving and rotating. Next time you come forwards to the center, just allow yourself to rotate, to roll the other way. Feel the interconnectedness of your pelvis moving, rippling, ricocheting up through your spine, your central axis, your midline. One more round. Let this be a healing balm, this movement. And very slowly come up to center. Gather your knees. Draw them into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Feel the back of your heart expand, so round your heart back. And breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. When you're ready, slowly come all the way up, plant your feet, reach your arms forward, and take your time to roll onto your back so slow that you activate your core the whole way down. Land on the floor with your feet wide, knees touching, rest your hands on your body. And from there, we're going to bring the hands onto the lower belly in a downward pointing triangle. So you'll feel your thumb and your index finger connect. There'll be a downward pointing triangle on your pelvis. And keeping your eyes closed and your hands soft. Breathe so deep into your lower belly that as you inhale, your fingertips and your thumb tips just expand away from each other. And as you exhale, the fingertips and thumb tips just come back to connect with each other. There's a pause. Inhale, it's very subtle. You inhale and the triangle gets bigger. Exhale, you feel the cells of the fingertips and thumb tips connect. 2 more like that. Just breathing with full awareness. Noticing this merging, this union of presence when the fingers touch and the end of the breath out is finished. Staying in this steady, calm, stable place. Eyes can stay closed. Just listen for your way into this next little piece. We'll take the fingertips just to brush the backs of your heels. So your knees are now parallel. We'll find rolling bridge. So listen carefully. Eyes can stay closed. Press your feet down. As you inhale, roll your hips up off the ground and take your arms over your head so the backs of your hands land above you on the floor. As you exhale, roll your hips down and bring your hands back by your hips at the same time. So now everything is synchronized, yeah? Inhale, roll your hips up and take your arms all the way over your head. It's like a mini massage for the shoulders. Exhale, roll, curl each of the vertebrae down onto the floor, hands land by your hips. We'll go 3 more rounds. Close your eyes. Now let this become a moving meditation where you are simply breathing and moving in union. You'll feel a very profound presence at the end of your breath out when your hands and your hips are on the ground. This is yoga. This is union, the merging of the body and the breath and the mind. 1 last round. Slow it down. Enjoy. Nowhere to be. That's it. From there, let your hips settle. Staying with this steadiness, this stillness. Extend your legs out long. Turn your palms up, find your Shavasana. You might snuggle your shoulders underneath you and let your toes turn out. Feel an effortlessness in your fingertips as they curl in towards your palms. Feel your eyeballs rest back into their sockets like pebbles landing in water. Let your jaw and your belly unwind and soften and unslack. And let your legs drain out your pelvis, your toes, to revel in this essence of non-doing. And feel yourself almost like your mat was floating on the surface of that calm and steady lake, bathed in the purity, the wisdom of the moonlight. So calm and so steady, the end of your exhale really delivering you into the truth of what is the only thing that's real. the now. If you have more time to stay and float and be with your one moon, I encourage that. If you are ready to close your practice, simply bring your hands back on your body. Find one more full breath in. One moon, 10,000 moons. Namaste.